Hi there. I was just passing through Minnesota and Houston.
Nice. Nice to meet you.
Sorry?
It's nice to meet you.
Nice
Glad
to meet
you're
you too. Yeah. Can you tell me anything about Houston?
Well, it's we're down here in beautiful bluff country. Long ago, the glaciers came through Minnesota, and they kind of stopped and left what you see.
Is that what they call the driftless area?
Exactly. You're a learned man.
Did my homework.
Awesome. We got we're down here in bluff country. We're down here in the valley. We got all the bluffs surrounding us, as you can see. Right over there is the river.
Beautiful.
Over there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
High water.
We have a great education program in Houston. Our elementary has been a reward school the last 4 years.
Cool.
Making it one of the top 10 schools in the state of Minnesota for the last 4 years. And the Houston High School has been nominated by the U.S. News World and Report as a top 100 schools in the nation twice.
Okay.
So we're very proud of our education.
Good job.
We take a lot of We take a lot of pride in our community. One of the things we're very proud of is our community garden. And you can go take a look at it if you go over by the elevator and drive back behind it.
Can I get in there?
What?
Can I get in there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can go in and take a look. Some of our community members have their own gardens within, and the rest of a lot of the produce goes to the food shelf.
Okay.
So it helps supply our food shelf. So it's a way that shows our community really bonds together and helps everybody out, helps each other out.
Good.
We also have a hometown. Did you see those beautiful planters out there? See that one over there?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. How about the ones hanging on the poles over there?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Our mayor goes out every morning, our mayor and city councilman, they got a tank in the back of the truck, and they drive around and they water those every single morning at 6 in the morning. That's dedication, I think.
I believe that.
Oh, we also value healthy living. It's important that we have activities for our people, our citizens to do.
Okay, so what can I do if I take my family over there? What can they do? For what kind of events do they have?
Did you go over by the school? We have a brand new basketball court and tennis court. One of our citizens had some cancer that he was dying from, and one of the things he wanted to do was to do something for the kids. So he raised a bunch of funds, and we now have a brand new tennis court with 6 basketball hoops all around it, and it is a great place for kids. We also have a ball field, the McSpadden ball field, softball field, and we're in the process of building the second one. So we got a good
Okay.
start, and it'll be ready for next year. And we have 4 different running events that we do throughout the year. We have the triathlon. I'll tell you about that in a minute. We have the hat run. That's during our hoedown. We have the Moonlight Hoot Scoot, which is running on the bike trail in the dark.
Cool.
With the luminaries running around.
So everybody sticks on the trail and
Yes.
doesn't
Yeah,
evade
if you
it.
go off the trail, you will tumble down into the river.
Into the river. Yeah.
But it's a nice river. It's not a raging river anymore.
Okay.
And we also have Dashing Through the Snow. And I'll tell you about that in a little bit.
Thank you. So, and is there any action going on during summer or during winter or permanent
Oh, yes.
idea so I can spend 14 days over there? Or?
Right over is the Trailhead Park. It's the start of the bike trail. And in Trailhead Park, we have a nature center. In the nature center, there's all sorts of animal artifacts. There's like animals that are around now. There's deer mounts and owl feathers and muskrats and skunks. Everything you can think of. Any kind of animal in this area. There's
Any archaeological stuff?
Yeah, there's a huge mammoth tooth. It's ginormous.
Okay.
And then there's some elk antlers that were found in the rivers. And there's a timber wolf in the
Okay.
nature center. You got to go check it out. It's a full mount of a timber wolf that was shot by accident by a deer hunter who thought it was a coyote. He was mistaken.
Good deer hunter. Does he know the difference between deer and humans?
No, he knows the difference.
Ah, okay.
But you might want to wear an orange vest just in case. But it's also the start of our bike trail. The bike trail starts in Houston and it goes all the way up to Harmony. Oh yeah, here's a map of it.
Okay. So this is where we are now,
Correct.
Houston, and it goes all the way to Harmony or to Fountain, depends what exit you take.
So you can take that map with you.
Okay, thank you. Very kind.
We also, at the Nature Center, we have a natural playground, and it's unlike any other playground you've ever seen. It's not metal swings and plastic slides and things like that. It's all natural. There's limestone rocks to create tunnels and things for the kids. There's rocks for the kids to climb on, and then there's a slide that's built right into the ground for the kids.
There's a hill.
There's a nice hill,
Okay.
which in the wintertime makes a great sledding hill.
Good.
And then and then they have some stumps that are sticking out of the ground that the kids would climb up and down. There's a
Can't fall off.
water pump down there. Can they fall off? Absolutely, but
Part of the game.
it's
Okay.
All right, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Right. And the bike trail in the wintertime, they groom the trails for cross country skiing. Are you
Cool.
a cross country skier?
Yeah, no, it's too cold.
It's too cold.
Yeah.
Do you hunt and fish?
No. You wouldn't trust me with a gun. No.
Well, if you know anybody that likes to hunt and fish, it's you don't get big northerns or big walleyes down here, but the trout streams down here are fantastic.
Ooh.
Okay, we have all the spring-fed streams that come in, and the trout fishing is fantastic. Sometimes some places are great for fly fishing. Sometimes all you need is a little Rapala and throw it out there over the bank and catch some trout. Also, the deer hunting, it doesn't get any better down here than down here. It's fantastic.
Familiar
Look at that
face.
beautiful- Look at that beautiful buck out there. Do you see
Yeah. Well, the one on top or the one at the bottom?
We also have the river, which is great for canoeing and kayaking. They have great
Landings?
landings for to get the canoes in and out. You can start upstream a little bit and work your way down towards Houston. You can start in Houston and work your way to Mountain Prairie. And
My swimming isn't that good, is it? Can
It's
I
not.
walk in it?
absolutely,
Okay.
I mean, there's some good fishing holes in there, but a lot of it you can. If you fall out, of course, wear your life vest. If you
Yeah.
fall out,
Should be
put
good.
your feet down, and you'll realize that it's not as deep as you think.
Okay, good. Happy to hear that. So, are there any special events coming up
Absolutely.
where I can take my
Well,
family?
Today's perfect. It's snowing today. In a month
Oh,
from,
yeah, makes me
a month
happy.
From tomorrow, we have an event called Holodazzle, and we bring the kids into. Well, first of all, we take them out. Anybody that signs up gets a shirt, and it's a 1 mile fun run. It's called Dashing Through the Snow Through the Streets of Town. And then the kids come in and they warm up with some hot chocolate. They get to meet Santa. They get to frost cookies. They get to get face painted, whatever they want. They make ornaments. The choir, the high school choir and the high school band is playing Christmas music. And then they have the coolest thing ever, an elf store. So the kids go into the store and they buy presents for their parents. But the parents can't go in, so they have no idea what they're getting.
Okay.
Okay, you know what I got last year? The coolest thing ever. It's a tie that plays Christmas music. And imagine I wear it all the time.
I can imagine that, yeah.
And then in the afternoon, we're going to watch a movie, have popcorn and other concessions, and then there'll be a lighted after supper. There'll be a lighted parade. Different businesses in town will have their parade floats down, all lit up in town. So it's a pretty cool event.
Well, what about the temperature? Do you arrange that a little bit higher than normal, or because the people in there, you know,
Work on it.
it's
Yeah,
cold?
the Sunday
Cold.
the Sunday before we pray for nicer weather that weekend.
The whole week?
The whole week.
Okay.
Oh, and then in March, the first full weekend of March, we have something called the International Festival of Owls. People come, what are you looking
Oh,
at?
what's that? I'm looking at you. Yeah, what's that?
Owls, man, owls.
Owls?
Owls are awesome. What do you know about owls? Do you know much about owls?
No, not much.
Nobody
No.
does, because they're mysterious creatures.
Yeah, they
okay?
fly in the dark.
Yeah, so we don't know much about them. International Festival of Owls, it's the only one of its kind, okay? People have come from Nepal, people have come from South America, from England. This year, there's a group coming from Japan
Cool.
to come to the International Festival of Owls. They have live,
Do they come from Holland?
what?
Do they come from Holland?
They even come from Holland.
Shh, idiots.
But there's fantastic things to do. They have owls, they have live owl presentations. They even let the owls fly around the gym sometimes.
Cool.
They'll swoop around, and if you're lucky, you won't get
Yeah.
anything on your head. So they have these live owl presentations. They have an owl prowl. They take you out in school buses, and they call for owls out in the wild.
And they answer?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Kids have plenty of things to do. They have crafts, they have owl dissection, they have face painting, they have a hooting contest, so the kids come up and do and hoot to do different. Exactly. Or cooks for you.
Who cooks for you?
And then they have a medallion hunt where they give clues all week, and the kids try to go find the medallion.
Okay.
So it's really fun. Then we also have Houston Hoedown. It's one of the top 10 festivals in the state of Minnesota. Some of the things to do are tractor. You can come watch the tractor pull all day Saturday. Tractor pulls from the old Johnny Poppers. Grandpa's out there with the Johnny Popper pulling down to the big diesel tractors where smoke is spewing out of them. It's a lot of fun. We
Do they have
soapbox derby.
those
What?
green and yellow ones also, or?
The green and yellow ones, the
Yeah.
John Deere's.
Yeah.
Yes, they have those as
Okay.
well. We have soapbox derby. We have music in the park. There's a big flea market. The whole park is surrounded by a flea market. There's parade, fireworks, helicopter rides.
How long does it take?
It's a 3-day event.
3 days, Friday to
Starts
Sunday?
Friday. So Friday we have a parade. It's a kiddie parade.
Okay.
That's the start of Hoedown. Kids come down the street wearing all. We always have a theme every year. Sometimes it's your favorite thing of Hoedown, or sometimes it's red, white, and blue, whatever. And then so the whole Hoedown starts with the kiddie parade, and then ends with the grand parade. So it's pretty awesome. There's some pictures of. We also have a horse pull. There's one of a tractor pulling right there.
Looks like an angry tractor.
And it does.
So what do you have in mind for the future for events in Houston?
Well, it's funny you ask. One of the newest things, we just got a grant. All right, so we have this park called South Park. And,
Okay.
Nobody really knows about it. The people in town know about it. Kids probably sneak up there and, do things they shouldn't.
You want to talk about that?
But we're like, we got to utilize this, okay?
Yeah.
And so we got a grant, a $5,000 grant, to put an archery range up there. And so
Hey.
part of the park's going to have 3D targets, maybe a black bear over here and a buck over here and a turkey over here. And so that is really exciting, and that's going to be something that's going to happen this spring. And then we also have, remember me telling you about that International Festival of Owls?
Yes.
Well, this beautiful lady named Carla, she's the one, she is just a go-getter. And she is working on plans to build an International Owl Center, a place that will have live owl programming, education for adults, education for kids. We're hoping school buses of kids during the year will come to Houston and see the
Okay.
owls. They also have indoor and outdoor aviaries.
Why is that?
Aviaries where, like, place where the birds would live.
Yeah, and why do they have inside and outside aviaries?
Well, some of the owls that we want don't live in this kind of weather, and so they gotta live in a more controlled environment.
Okay. And what about summer?
Just like you'd want the indoor, wouldn't you? You might
Very,
want-
very likely, yeah.
'Cause you don't like
yeah.
the cold.
75 average is okay with me, yeah.
But then you have outdoor aviaries that you can actually, walk into and see
Okay.
the birds. It's gonna be, it's pretty awesome. So, let's see. And another thing we've been working on with the state is an OHV trail. Off-road highway vehicles, basically. So like Jeeps, these jacked up Jeeps with big tires on them, kinds that don't drive down the road. And they would climb up over rocks and over ravines and things like that.
Fall down,
Yes. So that's another thing we're working on.
okay.
So,
There's a lot of work going on. Cool.
all right. So just to add on to that a little bit, some of the things we learned. What? Oh, you want me to have that now? I told him he had to wear this because he's hard to understand anyway.
He says I have an accent. Come on.
But congratulations to him. He is now a U.S. citizen, just recently.
After $2,000.
And that beautiful lady that runs the Owl Center, that is his wife. Just a couple things we learned. One of the things we learned from the information we got back was, I think we have more than we realized we had. We just kind of take it for granted because it's there. So, we identified the strengths and weaknesses that we have already that we didn't realize we had, and some of those things we just talked about. Some of the priority actions, the things that we need to do, is we just need to market ourselves better. We need to find ways to get people there. Some people just, they don't even know the Bluffs exist. They don't know that area of the state exists. They just never get out that far. So we need to do a good job of marketing. We need to market to a wider audience. We need to publicize our events more. I think we do a pretty good job, but we got to spread it out a little further. We want to become a sustainable destination, not just a pass-through town. And one of the things that I never thought of that we discussed was just teaching the store owners what, in this situation, if I'm a tourist and I come into a store, whoever's running the till or whoever helps you would be able to say, hey, why don't you go check out this park, or why don't you, the bike trail is awesome, or whatever. Just get so that the people that own the businesses are excited to see somebody that they haven't seen before. But also to take care not to lose the town's identity in the tourism effort. Some actions we've taken, we've just worked on marketing, advertising more. There's plenty of advertising things in the area. There's a Bluff Country Journal. There's Bluff Country Tourist I forget what it's called. But we have the Fillmore County Journal, which we've become part of now, even though we're not Fillmore County. Our information gets put in there. We try to do more Facebook things, any local newspapers, the bike trail. There's bike trail information out there that we're part of. Brochures like that, which help other communities as well. We've joined, some of the things we've done, we've joined the Houston County EDA to help collaborate on what we can do to strengthen our tourism. Join the Root River Trail Town group to help all the towns along the Root River. We got some SHIP grants to fix the signage. That was another comment that was made, was some of the signs need to be updated. So we got some grants to do that. We just got the grant for the archery range. So some of the goals to move forward is the Owl Center. The Owl Center could be huge. I mean, it could. If I think of our school takes the first graders to the Eagle Center every fall, And, you know, the thought of other communities bringing busloads of kids to Houston is just cool to think about. And so that's kind of exciting. The OHV, even though we have, OHV is, we've definitely got groups of people in town that are anti. They think that it's going to make a whole bunch of noise and everything. And, but anyway, but it's something that'll benefit some of the businesses. We also need to take advantage of the Mayo destination, or make the destination medical center, so that when people are there, they have a day trip thing to do in Houston. So I'm sure I've gone over our 10 minutes, but anyway. So.
How's the whole owl thing start? Owl festival initially?
It's that. It's the hatched. Go ahead and explain it.
Yeah, Carla started working at the nature center an X amount of years ago, and she started working. She needed an ad bird, and she got Alice. Alice is a great horned owl that fell out of her nest and broke her elbow, so she cannot fly. According to the Minnesota law, she has either to be euthanized or she has to be used as an ad bird. At that time, Carla started working with owls, got interested in owls. Alice started reacting to her, hooting to her, and Carla didn't know what she meant. So that opened a lot of questions. And after that, they started the Eagle Center in Wabasha, and the director of the Eagle Center told her, or suggested to her, that she should start an owl center. And from one thing came another, and I organized the World Owl Conference in Holland in 2007, and Carla came over there and had a presentation, and that's how we got involved.
You're blaming Alice?
Kind of. That's if you go back to the basic source, that's where it started. It's not my fault. And you get into a certain point where you start developing your thoughts. You have your dreams, and you try to fish out the realities of that. And you ask other people. Carla had a feasibility study done, and that said that there would be about 40,000 to 110,000 people coming to Houston to visit an international owl center. So that's basic enough, even if you start at 40,000. The Eagle Center has 70,000 people on average. That would be a great boost for Houston and its surroundings. So, and she also started the International Hall of Fame, which got people over from England and from Nepal and from Holland, other than me. And from the Caribbean and from other places in the U.S., from Canada. So there wasn't anything else for people that studied owls to be kind of hoisted on a platform and get a pat on the back from their peers. And so that's growing also. And it grows every which way. At this moment, owls are they are in. Everywhere you look, in any store, any shop, there's something with owls, waste paper baskets, and you name it, it's there.
Purses.
Sorry?
My wife's owl purse that she gets comments.
Yeah, so, and that's kind of, and it develops. And we have our dreams, and it's supposed to be, as you saw in the slide and in the advertisement, we have our dreams of building a facility of $5 to $7 million in Houston in hopefully 5 to 7 years. And yeah, that's how about it went.
Well, thank you both very much.
Pleasure.